Welcome to College Sports USA, your channel providing college sports highlights and news all year round.
Coaches to win Conference of Champions, Coach of the Year, Bona and Morgan, high above.
Standing freshman, along with Joshua Morgan, leading the Pac-12 in block shots. And Kobe Johnson, his brother Jalen, is in attendance tonight. He played at Duke. And now with the Hawks, jumper goes down to start the game for Boogie Ellis. Tiger Campbell, Clark, Jaquez, Bona, who you talked about, and David Singleton starting for the third straight game for the injured Amari Bailey, freshman who is out with a foot injury. And here's Clark from deep, hitting the three.
The amount, please.
Oh, Bona punches that
back.
One. And now a transition opportunity for the Bruins.
Beautiful. Throw it down one time, big man.
Coast to coast. Bona gets the block on one end, the dunk on the other. Peterson penetrates. Oh, beautiful move. Drew Peterson, who had 27 points and 12 rebounds in a big win over UCLA a year ago.
And I'm including Reggie Miller in that group as well.
Here's Campbell. Knocks down the foul line jumper. Tiger Campbell is in his fifth year, starter for 4 of those 5 years, a two-time first-team All-Pac-12.
CYO team, after having a real struggle with an excellent surging Washington State squad last weekend. I was privileged to be there.
Singleton drills a three, one of the best shooters.
How USC's effectiveness with that press with nice substitutions here of Malik Thomas out in the front of that zone. Reese Dixon off that bench as well.
Singleton catch and shoot, hits a three. The other night, Washington State hit 14 threes.
Like one of the great athletes that we've seen. And we see the best of the best in this sport.
Peterson got the block, but right to Clark, who puts it in.
J-Rock was able to operate it. The J.Y., John Yamamini, a longtime trainer who came in with Andy Enfield. Now, Curtis Schultz, the strength and conditioning. And this fine young man who was born in San Antonio, his dad, 21 years in the Army, a lot of it in Germany there, and he's ready to go again. Endless string of guys that Mick Cronin has at his disposal, and the confidence that the Bruins playing with. Just incredibly inspiring. And finally, somebody, Reese Waters, able to come in and calm this crowd down a little bit.
Try, here comes Peterson. The USC, again, with a lot of experience on this roster, they're not going to panic despite being down big early on here on the road.
But somebody is going, beautiful pass.
And the easy basket for Johnson, but what a terrific look. Peterson, who's among the assist leaders in the Pac-12 at 5 per game.
I mean, you got to move to that pass quicker than that. You can't just wait for it to come to you.
Here's Trey White on the pull-up, and boy, they really think White has a chance to be a great player at USC.
And Matt Etienne.
Matt Etienne. Will McClendon, by the way, didn't play 2 years ago. He had the ACL last year. As Singleton hits his third three. It's been more. He just turned 21 years old. He's a freshman.
And this is our first look at him. Great defense by Bona.
Although Morgan able to finish, you said they needed more out of him offensively.
Both teams have tons of little pretty boys out there. You. What's your name again? But who's going to dominate the middle? Early on, it's been Bona.
Campbell, that's a 6 3-pointer. Think about it. Washington State against SC over the week.
USC has the 3rd most wins of any school in major college basketball over the last 3 years, other than Kansas and Baylor, the last 2 champions.
Ellis with the floater, just his second basket. Lost in the first round last year, but when they had Evan Mobley 2 years ago, they made it to the Elite 8.
Guys like him help.
He hit the game-winning shot for Cleveland last night to beat Phoenix as Jaquez hits the long 2. Every night there's somebody going for at least 50.
And beautiful basketball, and incredible skill and athleticism, and the celebration of all things good.
What was the most points you scored in an NBA game as Trey White hits a three? And giving Joshua Morgan a break. Peterson, wow, somehow saved it, just kept it alive, but it's UCLA ball.
The next step for these Bruins with Bona playing so well is not having to have Tiger. Beautiful pass.
Bona puts it in that time. His second field goal, UCLA, really good execution so far.
Just not going to go. The Bruin defense is just so good.
Campbell tried to take it all the way, missed the shot. Dixon Waters gets it ahead. Peterson catch and shoot. Good on the three. So Peterson in his second basket.
Turns and barks at the UCLA bench. And Greg, the referee, calls an immediate technical foul.
Here.
If you really want to establish order, just call out Curtis Schultz.
Clark on the drive, missed it.
Bona
got it back and throws it down.
Clark, who grows up in Riverside, right? He had an older brother who loved the Lakers, and he was a bully, the older brother. And so Jalen liked anybody who was playing the Lakers. And he ended up just absolutely loving Kevin Durant.
USC was making a run, but then the technical foul on Drew Peterson, and the Bruins are back strong, but Ellis gets the bucket. They need more out of him. At 6 points now for Ellis.
The only time it stops is when you're in the morning practice before the game. Oh, my.
Clark spinning and gets the roll. Jalen Clark has 12 first-half points. He averages 14 points per game. 10 straight games, 16 in a row here at Pauley Pavilion.
Both of these teams, their schools, heartbreaking, buzzer-beating losses in football bowl games to Tulane and Pitt. Oh, my. He was a middle linebacker, wide receiver. Ran track and field and sprints in the middle distance relays. Great pass by Jaime Jaquez.
Good look for Campbell. Knocks down another three. The 7th.
Just a reminder to please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Singleton had 3 threes, had 11 points. Remember, he's starting the 3rd straight game for Amari Bailey as Peterson gets it to drop.
Singleton.
By the way, Jaquez had a basket while we were away. Good deflection, but ends up in the hands of Kobe Johnson, who drives and gets the layup. Are you saying there only adult things happen at the Walton household?
Well, you know, Boogie is what, 19 or 20? Our youngest child is a 41.
Jaquez hits the turnaround. Boy, Jaime Jaquez
to just settle down and try to find an offensive rhythm.
Ellis short on the 3. Hornery got the rebound.
Henry, an excellent basketball player, came to high school in California here, Santa Ana, played for Gary McKnight down at Modern Day.
That's what he did to us when Jaylen Brown was at Cal. He kept telling us he was there to watch Ivan Rabb. Well, he takes Jaylen Brown 3rd overall. Everybody surprised. Ainge looks like a genius now. Bucket inside for Kobe Johnson.
Brilliant.
And what was your record against USC?
Undefeated.
So in other words, it changed when you got here is what you're saying.
No. It changed when Sam Barry died, and it changed before he got in his teammate Bona's face. Best individual offensive play he's made in his career.
Dixon Waters swishes it home. USC back with intent. Bona and Campbell, who are both on the bench with 3 fouls. They just checked back in for UCLA.
So now somehow UCLA's got to find a movement, rhythm, and offense here.
Kobe Johnson, though, gets the steal and the layup in transition to get it down to 8.
A weak side duck-in play. This Bruin team will add another complete dimension to their offensive attack.
Meanwhile, Harrison Hornery is giving UCLA.
Let it fly, Harry.
He hits it, just saying that he's been giving USC some big minutes off the bench. A field goal percentage allowed by their opponents, and they've really done a great job in the second half against Bona and the Bruins. Here's Jaquez underneath, gets 2. Good pass by Bona. 8. UCLA has won 10 in a row, longest win streak since 2017. They also won 13 in a row that year. That was to start the season. A nice move by Dixon Waters, who's hit a couple of big shots here.
This is where the Trojans often get into trouble.
In the half court, Peterson leaning in. Oh, beautifully done by Drew Peterson.
Putting it on the players and saying, I've done my job. The rest is up to you. Just get going.
Shot clock down to 5. Dixon Waters.
Great defense.
Able to hit over Singleton. It's a 2-point game, so SC's offense much better.
They believe. They put this crowd back in their seats.
Look at the defense. USC chasing the ball handler every time. Shot clock at 5.
Bona's playing too far from the hoop offensively.
Jaquez with 2 to shoot, pulls the trigger and drills a 3. That's just his 9th made 3 of the season. He'd been struggling from out there, but knocks down a huge one.
Only 1 turnover for the Bruins in that game.
Jaquez with 10 second-half points. Dixon Waters, great move. Oh, Bona recovers, but they're going to count it. They're going to say goaltending. Down to 3, just outside 2 minutes to go.
How many threes have the Trojans hit tonight?
They've hit just 3. They're 3 for 16. They go inside to Hornery. Hornery with a couple of big buckets in the second half, and it's a 1-point game.
A big-time player who has not had the opportunity.
56-55 UCLA. Hamlin for the tie. Got it.
This is not Boogie's game. Playmaking and handling. He's a finisher. This guy, he's been playmaking and finishing.
Dixon Waters spinning. Bodying up on Jaquez and puts it in. Reese Dixon Waters gives USC its first lead since it was 2-0. Jaquez into double team. Out to Clark, a three in the lead. No, long rebound, Singleton. Clark's going to try it again. That one's good. He switches home. A triple to give UCLA the 1-point lead.
Breathes life into his players. He's tough.
Oh my goodness, that's just his second miss of the season.
Or any of these Bruins, they're good free throw shooters.
He got the second one. Again, SC has a timeout. We'll
Throw
see
the
if they
ball
use
up
it.
the court.
2-point lead.
So make them come back to the ball.
Here's Ellis with 5 seconds left. Ellis driving, jumper, short, and that's the game. UCLA, despite blowing that huge lead, wins thanks to a Jalen Clark three.
As usual, thanks for watching and please provide your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps the channel out.